Hello ladies and gents, it's SpoonyPizzas here, and there's only so much PES League I could watch before having to get involved myself. So I'm bringing you a live training stream on Legend difficulty. I'll be also doing this later at around 8 o'clock tonight, but I thought I'd just hop on now because I was just desperate to play this game. So yeah, let's take a look where I am in the league first, because I'm continuing my Master League. But what I'll be doing is I'll be pausing the gameplay and showing you guys what I'm looking for and what I'm doing. So yeah, we've got some look at that for a game. We've got Real Madrid. Wow, first round knockout. Oh well, that's the end of my Champions League career, as that was my last team, and they're like so formidable. They got such good players. They're all over the pitch. So let's look at this. Joao Felix. Yeah, he's off form, but I'm going to bring in Insigne there. As Janino's off form as well. Would normally bring him in. Defense midfield. I'm going to bring in Brana. Bring in Partey into that gap in midfield there. And left back. Oof. I guess it's going to have to be Mendy or Gibbs. Ugh, go Mendy, I guess. Quite like Gibbs because he's more mobile with that explosive power. Yeah, I'm going to go Gibbs. Give him some game time. I'll leave Joao Felix on because he is pretty good. I'm going to bring Luis Suarez in as well. Okay, to kick things off. So yeah, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to be pausing the gameplay. I'm going to try and explain things as I go. And this is only going to be about an hour session, I imagine. Although I may just get carried away. So just let me know how my mic's doing, because I did change some settings on my mic, so hopefully it's okay. Hey John, hey Tony, Andrea, welcome guys. Okay, so like I said, this is on Legend difficulty. What I'm doing is keeping the ball moving, trying to find that space, and sort of work my way down the wings here, because if you look in their midfield, they've got quite a few players, and don't be afraid to go backwards sometimes. Draw their players out like I'm here. You know, draw them out of position for I think some people would tend to be a little bit too direct. And when it comes to long balls like this, just position your player using the super cancel. So you'll see what I did here. You do need to judge it just right generally when you get these long ball clearances. So I've got Van Dijk selected here. I'm just going to use super cancel to actually move him just there, just between. What I didn't want to do is misjudge it and the ball go over my head. So just have to be really careful. But then just keep possession of the ball. And I haven't intercepted it, so I'm going to be running backwards with this midfield player to try and cut off any passing angles. This was actually quite good as well. So what I saw, there was a bit of danger here actually. So I lose the ball here. So I'm running straight back, just trying to block off any passing angles to their front players. They play it down in the channel. Now, you notice here, watch Van Dijk. Now I'm looking at Van Dijk here. I've got number 6 at the minute, but as soon as I see Van Dijk there, I'm a bit worried, because if he plays a through ball, that number 23 is in. So what I do is I switch to Van Dijk using the right analog stick, just bring him back into play, but also, while I'm doing that, while I've got him ahead of 23 now, I'm just applying the secondary press with number 6, who's going to win the ball. So you want to try and use your player to track any runners, and then just use the secondary press to close the player with the ball down. Cool, referee. Good running here by Suarez. Going to try a... Oh, God, referee. Man. Okay. How about now, guys? Is that better? What about now, guys? Is that better? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I've been fiddling with some of the settings and I don't know, my PC was acting a bit weird. Oh. Alright, cool. Glad I'm back. Okay, so yeah, basically all I was saying about there was that with Van Dijk, just make sure that you apply that secondary press, but make sure your players stay goal side, because that number 23 would have been in. Oh my goodness, how did he save that? So when I play it in here, into number 8, he does actually sort of get stuck because the defender's quite close to him. See there? Now, the defender, if I turn to my right with number 8, number 21 is going to come across, see? So I could sense he was going to do that. So just double tap the sprint here and flick the left analog stick downwards in this direction here where the ball's going. That just gives me a yard or two just to get a shot off. And then just, because he's facing away from goal, just try to apply a little bit more power to try and beat the goalkeeper, but not on this occasion. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Okay, so to select a player from corners, just hold the player select, flick the right analog stick. That's what I'm doing here with El Salvio. This is straight off my corner technique. Oh, sometimes your players get in the right positions. They didn't really there, but still managed to. Oof, miles away. So here, just running at the defender, most effective skill. As seen in my tutorials. Just click on my skills tutorial link in the description below to check those out. It's basically, I've got playlists set up for you, and yeah, if there's any aspect of PES that you need help or covering with, it is in the playlist below. So let's bring Browner in here. Find Suarez. Oh no! Okay, I have to apply a secondary press. That's good. Just have to hold him up, stay goal side, and stop those low crosses. You know, I know a lot of people have problems with the low crosses into the box, so you really have to get tight to the player. If they go in that wide area, try and get someone really, really tight to them as quickly as possible. So you can see here he's coming at this angle. I'm just jockeying, so holding the special controls button, just so he doesn't get a shot off. And then as soon as it goes wide here, as soon as I get to this position here, I'm just holding X, and that will block any attempt. So I'm using super cancel, so I'm not getting too close to him. Because if I get too close, what happens is he'll basically hold me off, and this cross will be a lot easier. But because I'm using super cancel, I'm keeping that distance and just holding X, and that allows me to get my foot in there. So make sure that, you know, when you are in that position, don't get too close to them. But when they're outside the penalty box, it really does depend if you're trying to catch up with a player or not. If you're trying to catch up, don't make contact. But if you're in line and stopping the cross already, try and get as tight as you can to them. Let's try to find Insigne with that diagonal cross. Okay, the 1-2's on here. Ah, almost. This is another little... This is quite a good technique to use online. Ah, I missed it, but maybe should have used the manual shot. So what you do is you select a player and you position him like towards the back here. So I've got number 20, Luis Suarez. And then what I do is I move around a bit just to try and shake that number 3 off me. So he's coming back. But then press the pass button about here and then run to the ball. And you can see there everyone else is stationary. So you still get a free shot and goal. That tricks so many people online. But it's always worth... I should have took a touch there, to be fair. Should have took a touch, and then I would have been able to take the shot on a bit better. Maybe I'll do that next time. But AI do tend to read your pattern, so if I try it next time, they'll probably be a little bit tighter than they were that time. Yes, offside. Close, close. Okay, so Van Dijk. There's Song. You get wide to Praseth. Get a lot of joy down this side. Ah, damn. Try a little bit of first touch tackling. But then as soon as... let me just show you that, because that's actually quite useful. So first touch tackling is where I wait for them to control the ball first. And then I go in for the kill. You see how I'm moving away? And then as soon as he takes a touch, I try to get around him. He takes a second touch there, which takes it away from me. Which is a really nice bit of play. And then he's away, but normally that works. Now in this position, I'm worried about the through ball. Number 17 is bursting through the middle. So I use the right analog stick to select number 31. And just use super cancel just to try and get in the path of any through balls. Number 40 was also covering back as well. Yeah, I do definitely need to break the deadlock here. Oh, Insigne, great block. Hey Dave. Hey Ryu Maximus. Welcome guys. Nice little bit of play there from Praseth. Great block. Again, that skill, the most effective skill, is so ridiculously effective on Legend difficulty. Okay, now I'm in a bit of trouble here. We're in a 3-on-2 situation, so this is actually quite good. What we're just going to try and do is just hold up the play as much as we can. Brilliant defending. I'm not sure about the distribution of that pass though, but so with a 3-on-2, what I would say is try to remain compact, but just keep going backwards. And unfortunately, number 40 decides to go to the ball. Now that really set the alarm bells for me because I can see number 17. So you can see that I immediately turn him back, but get across with Van Dijk here. The goalkeeper's got the near post covered, so I knew if I just come into this angle with the super cancel, he's not going to be able to get a shot off. So I just tap X once, and then super cancel again, tap X again, and that makes him stumble and helps you, makes it a little bit easier to get to the ball. I'm hoping this ball's going to go through to my striker. Yes, it does. It's good. Beautiful ball. Oh, a bit too far. Hey, Alec Castle. Welcome, dude. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone who's joined the stream. So, just doing a live training tutorial. This is all about just trying to teach you guys various aspects of PES on the highest difficulty lesson, or difficulty setting, should I say? Okay, I'm just going to play it across to the middle player here. Things might open up. Oh, over the bar. Too much power. What is wrong with me? But pretty dominant. Defensively very solid. But they had some nearly moments, but I've showed you how to deal with those. You know, the 3-on-2 situation. Just try and, like I say, just try and remain compact. Don't go to the ball in those situations. So many people are just so quick to like try and go to the ball, and all you're doing is you're leaving yourself exposed. For corners, just select your biggest player. So I got Van Dijk here. Stand about here, and generally you'll be okay. Good save. Whew. Yeah. In that position, I would recommend like just clearing it, but I was a bit daft there. Again, corners sort of sit in line with your goalkeeper here. Oh my goodness, that was close. That was close. Hey Joe, welcome dude. Welcome Bashir. You guys ready for the 11 against 11 games and streams on Saturday and Sunday? We're doing both. Both this weekend. Beautiful pass, Salvio. Oh, are you serious? Now what you can do is, when I had the ball here, I just slowed everything down, just walking pace, and then all I'm doing is moving very, very slowly and waiting to see which defender comes towards me, because everyone else is preoccupied with other players. So as soon as this player comes towards me, most effective skill, take a touch, and from there I know I can drive into the box. So just apply your sprint, and look at that, almost a free shot on goal and almost a goal. So yeah, don't forget to release that sprint button. Here, just track the runs. Yeah, it's a real threat actually. They're really trying to force the issue. Okay, we've got a break on here. Let's try and drag this player across. It's nice. Ah, too slow. Oh, we'll replay that. It's all about trying to drag players across and out of position. Yeah, that's it. Yes, quality goal, quality. So this is where Super Council plays a really big part. Just a through ball around the corner here. Lofted through ball, just the Suarez, and then here is Super Council, and that's why you see that defender doing that kicking motion. Now I see the player running through the middle, but I have to straighten up Suarez before I can play the ball. If I try to cross it from here facing this direction, he'll fall over and the ball will probably go towards the goalkeeper. So straighten him up first, then get the cross in, and then take a touch. So it's lofted cross. So that's your special controls and lob pass button and early cross all in the same motion, and then just a normal finish. That was just a normal shoot button, just to volley it in. No, they have been showing a better threat on the counter to be fair. I'm going to bring in Eden Hazard. To put Diarra in here as well. Sorry. Diarra. And up front, I think, let's bring in Senior back a little bit. They are a threat. I'm going to apply tight marking to their attacking midfielder, who's linking the play up quite nicely between their strikers. Okay, so we got the goal. Now it's yes. Again, just take that. Got a bit lucky there to pick that ball up there. But as soon as I play it in there, just take a touch. Just wait for the player to come in behind you, because he can't come through the back of you, else it's a penalty. So just waited. Just take a touch, and then you just, with that touch, you just kill him, because he's right behind you. If I take that touch earlier, he'll be there. He'll be ready, waiting for me. So just shield the ball. Shield the ball. You don't have to press anything. You just leave your control of that, and then he will actively, if he's got the strength to do it, hold him off. Bit harder on legend difficulty because they tend to run around your player. So gaps are starting to open up now. Just try and draw players in, move the ball. He's offside. There are 6s and 7s at the back there at the minute. Okay, so just keep my players back, filling in the gaps between defensive midfield there, just like that. Right on cue. Okay, so I've got 2 over to my left hand side, so I've got an overload on this side, and that's just a shocking pass. Yeah, well, that was pretty poor, but he was a bit tired, so maybe I won't bother on my left hand side. Praseth has lost his stamina, but there's Hazard running in the back here. Nice clearance. He should win that, even though he's smaller. He had the advantage there. Hazard. Oh. Hazard's a regen, so he's not at full speed yet, but cheers. Nice slide tackle, dude. Ah! Hey, Silent. Yeah. United let you down. I mean, De Gea did a Gerrard. But at least we tried. To be honest, before the game, I did actually want United to lose. Not gonna lie. But once I saw the effort the lads were putting in, and I thought about it, like Liverpool are a well-run club. No, not like bloody City, Oil FC. So that was, nice. Couldn't catch him. Just couldn't catch him. Tried to get goal side, hoping to put him back. I was hoping he was going to cut inside, but nah. He just ran towards goal and smashed it into the top corner. We got a run here with Hazard. Nice. Okay. So 1 win under the belt. Hopefully you know, a lot of good defensive situations there to learn and sort of pick up on. Again, it's all about tracking your runners, making sure there's no easy through balls, and just defend as best you can, really. So I know someone wanted in the last stream wanted to see which players were available, so I'm just going to quickly show them that. I do actually believe I had some negotiations going on the table. No, I thought I did. So yeah, just very quickly, he just wanted to see who was available in the, well, who's been reborn. So you can see here quite a lot of players. Got PK, Ronaldo, Biglia, Douglas Costa, Javier Pastore, Fabregas, all these, Carvajal, Navas. So loads and loads of great players. Sewell, a bit slow, but absolute giant in defence. Florenzi, I really like this guy. For plays for Roma. Yeah, so that was some of the players that sort of caught my eye. But we got, oh no, these guys are a nightmare. Portimonense. These are a real troublesome team for me. They're always taking points off me. So I'm hoping I'm actually going to be able to perform and not let you guys down. Oh, Van Dijk's off form as well. That's not a good sign because Ruben Diaz is not good enough. I might even just leave Van Dijk in there. Even off form, he's probably still better than that trash that I've got back there. Going to bring Luis Suarez back in. But yeah, I'm going to leave Van Dijk in there. Want to try and get a goal up, maybe 2 goals up if possible. Very, very difficult against this team. They play a high press, but they also play a deep defensive line at the same time. So it's an aggressive press and deep defensive, all-out defense sort of combination. Hey, Louis Pinto, welcome, dude. I got a funny feeling we'll beat Chelsea on Sunday. I think, you know, we always perform well against Chelsea. I don't know what it is, and we've had a rough run of results, but I saw a lot more fight against City. Pogba's still bloody lazy, but you know, he's saving himself for the transfer. He doesn't want to pull a muscle or get injured. I think that's my opinion. I think he'll be off to Real Madrid. Look at this. This team's ridiculously good. So this is going to be a real good test. Hopefully we're going to see some... you have to play well defensively to stop these guys. So just using the mini-map just to spread the play. Play it back to him now. Should be able to get on the end of that. I'm going to use the most effective skill. But he puts that for a corner. Now, sometimes on the corner setups, you can see like a little gap. See that? They've got like a little triangle of players. What I'm going to try and do is just feed it into that little zone there. Didn't quite work. Oh! And whenever it comes back out, if it's on their weaker foot, try to use the manual shot button because then you'll have a better chance of scoring. Unfortunately, a little bit too far wide there. Hey, King Rohit. Welcome, dude. Oh man, against Everton, that was absolutely atrocious. We're just walking around. It's like we saved ourselves for the City game. I was like, what are we doing? Just couldn't believe it. I thought if that team had turned up against City, we would have lost that game 6 or 7-0. Maybe 8, 9. It would have been absolutely horrendous. But I'm just glad it came a little bit before the City result because at least we gave them a game for 45 minutes. Let's go drill cross here. Oh, how's he missed? How's he missed? So early drill cross here is player select and double tap your your lob pass button. Sorry. So player select, double tap the lob pass button, and that allows you to drill it outside the area. You can use it in multiple ways. I will show you another way you can use it. Or you can do it like right outside the box if you want, as long as you're in that half of the pitch. I don't think you can use it from back here. I'm going to try. Cool. I'm pretty sure you can't use it back here, but I'm going to just have a go. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can use the lob pass button pretty much anywhere on the field then. Like I did there and there. And to score a goal off it as well. So this is actually really good because when you play it in like this, it's very, very hard for the AI to pick it up. It's a bit like a manual pass. So when I use the super cancel here, just to step inside that defender, I'm through. Then I realise this guy's coming across, putting a lot of pressure on. So this is just a fake shot. And drove in towards goal. I was hoping the goalkeeper was going to fly out at me, but he didn't. And then left the rebound for my player. But that's pretty cool. I always thought like look at this. I love that you can use the low lob pass in your own halfway. It's going to be really advantageous. So if you want to fire it into your strikers like here, again, exactly the same. Intercepted it using the super cancel. Exactly the same for the goal. So just step inside that player. Yellow card. Cool, I might be able to get a few sending offs with that. Okay, so we've got a knuckle shot specialist here. Doesn't look like it can go this way. His shots tend to bend to the right. Usually find that some players, sometimes they go straight, they'll have a tendency to go left. This guy has a tendency to go right, so I'm going to go here between the wall. I'm going to need about 70 or 80% power, so... Ah, bloody hell. I missed the timing. You have to press the shoot button just before you connect, and I went to press it and yeah, I completely missed it. Tell you what, there you go, another didn't take control of it that nicely that time. Okay, definitely, like I said, need that second goal against these guys. Just experimenting with that low cross now. I want to try and get him sent off if possible. This is where they're going to be a threat. So what? Cool. I thought he was in behind them. Now, when I played this out with the goalkeeper, I was a bit worried here because you don't want to turn the ball over from goal kicks, and this guy coming across is actually probably going to win the ball because he's got the run on me. So you can see there, I just use super cancel to just take a step forward, just so I get in between him and the ball, because he probably would have won that. Now they have won it, so just need to run back here, bring players back, close the gap between defence and midfield, whilst apply secondary press just to keep pressure on the ball, like that. You'll know when you can get after them. Oh, what kind of shot is that, Suarez? just try to play it back to Suarez. It's the angle is a little bit tight for a shot. Go back heel here. Fake shot. Oh. They must have heard what I was saying. Oh, that's dreadful. Okay, so half time. So far, so good. These are a very, very difficult team to beat. Alright, see you later, King. I'll be doing another one of these at 8 o'clock. So I've missed playing PES. the most effective skill can even be used for quick turning like this. So you can see I'm going away from goal here. This is a really good idea. Draw the defender and take a touch. Then most effective skill once I'm facing directly away from him. So there, and then just turn, because he'll try and close the gap, that space down. Makes it very, very easy to beat players. So Savio again. Oh, perfect. That was great. That's what I needed against these guys. Bit of payback. Just played it into Suarez. Normal pass. Take a touch and double tap the sprint to push the ball out from his feet. So take a touch, then tap the sprint. I think it was actually a single tap of the sprint. A double tap there would have been too much. But it just gets it away from that defender. But you have to take that first touch outwards. Otherwise, if you just try and apply sprint, they'll stick like glue to you. So don't forget to release that sprint. It allows you to turn tighter, turn sharper. Okay, so I'm just going to try and intercept the path of the ball. There we go. So I just use the right stick to select the path. And then this player is making a good run, but the ball was not all that good. Hey, Filippo Annibali. Welcome, dude. Good to see you, buddy. Louis Ricardo. Oh. Tell you what, these go. Oh. When they've got a solo striker, don't be afraid to press because they've got no one else to run in behind. But if they do have midfield runners, just be careful of that. Okay, I'm going to make a sub now. Players are slowing down a little bit in midfield. Valdez, for example. And I'll leave him on for the time being, but I will be replacing my wingers at some point with Routledge. I just stepped up the pressure a little bit. Yeah, I shouldn't be messing around. Cool. This is actually a really good trick to learn. I would say only do this if you're fairly experienced with using the goalkeeper. But I fluffed around with it here thinking Van Dijk's strength would have held him off, but he is on a red arrow, so he's not doing the best. Now I can see that none of my defenders are going to get anywhere near this striker. So what I do is here is I select the goalkeeper. So player select, click your right analog stick down, select the goalkeeper, and you just see that little shift there, just to the right. that's me. Because if we look at this here from his angle, the near post is covered, so I always move the goalkeeper to the other side. But you have to do it at the last second, and it sort of hits his chest. Get lucky, but yeah, you have to earn your own luck. But yeah, earn your own luck. Otherwise, you'd have had a simple tap in. Oh no. Yes. This is another really good bit of defending that you can use anywhere on the field. And what you do is you trick the opponent into where you want the ball to go. So if you see this player here that I'm closing his player down with, see how I'm running to the other side? This will force him. Look at that. Look, I'm already moving because I know where the ball's going to go. See, and this can be done all over the field. So use Super Council to run down one side of the player. As soon as he takes that touch, you move the other side because you know he's going to turn away from you, especially on the higher difficulties. And that can work all over the pitch. Really, really useful technique. It's what I call by setting a trap. You sort of trick them into the way you want them to go. You dictate where you want them to go. You don't react and think. And this is nice. Oh. Try and pin him in here. Oh, what? What's that for? Yeah, pretty much. With Super Council, you do turn invisible on the AI radar. Pretty much. Also, this is another little neat trick I'm going to show you. So, when it comes to free kicks, goal kicks, players in defence, when you think they're about to launch it, just activate the offside trap. So, probably best if I just change view here so you can see what's going on. So, if you watch my back line, see him push up. And what that does, it makes it it makes it easier, or much easier, to get ahead of your player and win the header in that scenario. You don't have to use too much Super Council. You still have to use it to position him exactly where you want him, but not as much as if I didn't use it, because that's quite a low flighted ball. So it would make it harder for me to get my player in front of their player. So you have less time. Again here, playing the offside trap, bring the defence up. Okay, now just gotta be careful here. Gotta watch the far side. I'm gonna play. You saw me move back, move that other defender in. Just tuck him in. Oh no! Catastrophe! Absolute catastrophe. Did pretty well here, to be honest. Got the ball there, and let me just show you from this angle. So played it in, win the ball, great. And then that little deflection is what kills me. I've got number 11 selected. I can't select number 40, so I'm stuck. I'm stuck behind their player. Nothing I can do. Sometimes that's just what happens when you have two players very, very close to the ball. I tried to select number 40, but obviously when you do select a player, you do run the risk of them sort of stopping. So I was hoping number 40 would be able to deal with it, but he wasn't. Need to just shore things up now. It's Suarez. Oh my goodness. Zagola. Junior. he likes Juventus, dude. lucky. Just gotta be careful here because while I'm on the attack, they're still leaving one player up. So I'm just gonna slow the play down here. I'm not gonna go crazy because they could always nick a goal in the last few seconds, and that's always the worst feeling. If I see a chance, oh my goodness. How's he missed? Nothing special going on here really, just little drag of the ball. But if there's anything you see that you want me to stop the play on, then just let me know in the comments. If there's anything you want to learn, let me know in the comments. Or the chat, should I say. I'm going to bring on Gibbs, and I'm going to bring on Routledge. I'm going to make him more defensive, and I'm going to bring Janine back here and Suarez up there. Just to be, oh no, Mrs. Spoony. Hello, Mr. Spoony. Okay, so just got to be careful here. Oh man, there we go. Clear. Oh no. Van Dijk didn't go anywhere near him. Cleared it there. I think it's because he's stumbling. He's still readjusting his position to mark him. And when that ball gets played in, he just does not react. Unbelievable. Right at the death. Who's my favourite player in the game for Mass League? It's got to be, it has to be Dybala. I just seem to play so well with that guy, and he scores some amazing goals. Can't believe I dropped the point there. That was unbelievable. Right at the death as well. I told you they're a nightmare, that team. And talking of nightmares, we've got the real nightmare with Real Madrid in the Champions League. Defending headers and corners is a pain for me. Any tips? Okay, Chuck. Yeah, no worries. I did actually cover off some of the points. Oh no, Van Dijk's out. Around corners where I had some corners against me, but I will show you as we get these corners anyway. They're bound to have corners, I'm sure. They have plenty of everything really. I'm probably gonna get demolished here, to be honest. Look at their team. They're so ridiculously overpowered. Thanks to me. That was my last team that I put together. That's the beauty of creating a masterpiece. You have to face them eventually in the actual game. Okay, so I love how all my players are off form pretty much. That's just great. Okay, so away from home against Real Madrid. We want to try and get an away goal because I don't want to have to like try and chase goals when I'm at home. So I'm going to make this the last game. I don't want these streams to go on too long, otherwise people find them a bit too long to watch. Oh man, God. That defender is just so weak. Ruben Diaz, look at this. As soon as it's a side-by-side battle, he's got no chance of touching him. He just pushes him out the way and forces his way through. I don't know if I got anyone else I can bring on that can play centre-back and play it well. It's definitely a position I should have looked at. Oof, Suarez almost there. There's one good thing though. God, he's so strong. What a signing. This is like playing the World All-Stars here. Any tricks to upgrade player stats? Yep, absolutely. Mainly by playing them, but make sure you got the right training set up for your player and how you want them to play. But I will cover that off once this match is finished. Before we leave. Again, trying to follow him. If he crosses it, I'm doomed. Oh. Right on cue. Because the size of that player, it was like a complete mismatch. And I thought he was offside. I tried to play the offside, but I think the guy down the bottom that I was pressing with. So I've got number 3. I'm chasing him back, trying to play him offside here. And also here. I play him offside, but the guy at the bottom is playing him onside, so that kind of killed me. It would have worked. It would have worked. The offside would have worked, but it is a risky ploy. I just didn't fancy him if that ball came across in the air. I had to bring the goalkeeper out there. How do you activate the offside trap? Double tap the D-pad towards the opponent's goal. Oh man, goodness. Cannot get close to this team. They're moving the ball so quickly. Nothing I could do. You have to change the formation badly. This defender is atrocious.
Madrid take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather them.
I didn't think I would survive against this this bunch.
Luis Suarez.
Still, we'll try and get back in it. Oh, look at that. Perfect tackles. Gonna look for Juninho here. And make it very difficult with the amount of players they got in the box as well. So just drop off here. Ah, good cross. Again, when you use that low cross, just make sure you use the left arm stick to aim. So you can pull it back like I did there, or you can play it to the near post, you can play it to the far post. It all depends where you want that ball to go. Ah, bugger. Poor touch. Had a good spell there. The formation change certainly helped a little bit. Give me a bit more midfield dominance. Play it down the line. Oh, good play. Oh, I need that to go in. I needed that to go in. Oh, look at his number 2. What's he doing?
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to others. It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out. And it's Bernie. The better of its opposite number.
Grinding our way to the goal. Oh. We just started picking up towards the end of that half. The tactical changes certainly helped. We had a really good chance towards the middle of that half, but just going to try and get that back now. Cool. Gee whiz, what a player.
Modric.
Finds Suarez with a through ball. Cool. Cannot believe we're being in the air with this bit of super cancel there. There's just literally no way through that defence. They're they're doubling up. And even when I try and get past one, I've got another 2 to get past. Try and play it out. That's going to be a foul. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go far target. This is one of my favourite free kick techniques. It's a little bit far out to do this. But basically maximum power and pull back on the left analog stick. And bend it a little bit to the left. Then use super cancel to try and get that elevation to head it down to one of your strikers. But once again, intercepted. No. Players are starting to tire now. Struggling with the pace of the game. Oh. 2 overhead attempts with Luis Suarez. Ah, the ball was on, but he was just offside. Let me just make some subs here. Freshen it up. Ah, look at that. Who have I subbed? Subbed. No, I haven't subbed anyone. Need to sub him and bring Diarra in. And Insigne, I guess.
Benfica are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Hey, M1 Rason. Welcome, dude. Most effective skill to turn him. I'm going to use it again to cut inside. And again to cut inside this one. Oh. Offside. He's got to be offside. I tried to play the offside, but no, he's through. Thank you very much. Just going to let this ball bounce. Ah, try to use first touch tackling there. So wait until he takes the touch, like I showed you earlier, and then take the ball off him using the super cancel. Go 1-2 here. Play into Suarez. Play it to the wide. Use the super cancel here to cut inside, but he's read that. Get it wide. No, not good enough. Not good enough across that. Oh, thought I read that. Just didn't have enough stamina to get across. There's the giant. Just walking through my players, but Song deals with it. Thank you, Arif. It's quite difficult to play with. My goodness. How high did he rise? God. That's mad. What I'm going to do there is I'm going to compile all these into like a highlights reel, and then that will save people having to watch the whole stream, maybe, for those that just want to catch up, which might be quite a cool idea. Come on. Drop of the shoulder. Corner. Okay, so gonna try a little trick corner technique here, like we did earlier. Oh god. And that is a really good way of fooling players online. Let me just show you that very, very quickly. So all you need to do is select a player using the player select in R3. Then what you want to try and do is get towards the back of the 6-yard box. You can see that. He's actually tired as well. It's actually Luis Suarez. And where's he to? Oh no, wrong way. Gone the wrong way. There he is. Okay. So what you do is I've got Luis Suarez selected, and you run backwards, so sort of in line with the 6-yard box. You see that? Or just wherever the group of players are. And what you're trying to do is get their players to cross over. See number 31 hold off 40, and then they've got to switch players, which gives you enough time to either get the shot off. That would have went in actually, or take a touch. I perhaps should have took another touch again, but it's quite a cool technique, and that does work really, really, really well online. So. Well, first half was a demolition job with the first 5 or 10 minutes, and then after the third goal, I thought we were on top. We had a really good chance to get back in that game, but that is definitely me out of the Champions League. There's no way I'm coming back for that against that team. Not a hope in hell. Okay, I'm going to call it a day there, and I will be back tonight from 8 o'clock. So if you want to join me again, I'll look forward to seeing you. If not, have a good day and good weekend. We have the 11 against 11 coming this weekend, so 2 o'clock on Saturday and 8 o'clock GMT time on Sunday. So if you want to check those games out, you can watch the stream or you can join in yourselves. There's instructions on my channel on how to join those. So I'll catch you guys later. Thank you again for joining us, and I'll see you again. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.